Okay, everyone, we're going to go over the issue of the Video Game Superstore, um, the licensing. It's not supposed to do that, and they were um, the developer of that particular licensing software is supposed to be fixing that issue, where after you install the site, that it don't make you put in the licensing information again. And they still haven't done that. I was told that it had been fixed, and apparently it hasn't. So what I'm going to do here is just go through the install process so you can see the whole thing, and then you're going to see how to fix that issue. I'm going to do an install just so I can replicate the issue, and then you'll be able to see what to do from there. Right now I'm installing the Superstore site. I've already made a subdomain for it. I'm going to do that. I'm putting in generic admin and password, and I'm just going to install a fresh WordPress, and then we're going to do the install of the Video Game Superstore site. And I know you already know how to do this, probably. But we need to do this just so we can replicate the problem or have it happen in front of us. Now, while I'm doing this video, I'm going to hit on a couple of points for you guys. I know that there's been, there's always a few every time I release a product that people have this issue, and I'm going to show you that real quick. But first, we're going to update this version of WordPress. Make sure you, if you use Fantastico to install WordPress, make sure you update your WordPress the first thing after you log into your site. So we're just going to click on Update now. Okay, so we've updated WordPress. Now, we're going to be working with the WP clone files, okay? And I'm going to go over something just real quick, and it may clarify some things for you. The first way to use the WP clone files is to upload the backup of the site into your media library. So if you go to Media and then you go to Add New, we would be at this screen, and this is where we would upload the backup of the site in the WP clone files that you download for your membership site. You have the backup of the site, and then you have the WP clone plugin. And so, the easiest way to do this is just to upload it into your media library, and I'm talking about the backup of the site. Let me just show you that just real quick. So when you download the site and unzip the first zip folder, you'll have the WP clone install files. Okay. Now within that, you have the backup of the site, the zip file, which starts out with the date, and then you have the WP clone plugin. This is the zip file, the backup of the site that you would upload in your media library. Now, what I want to talk about is what is the reason we are uploading the backup of the site? The reason that we are uploading it is because after you install the plugin and you do the installation, the WP clone plugin has to be able to access this backup, okay? Which means the backup has to be on a place or on a server so that it can be served, okay? Well, what does that mean? Well, the first option, it would be to upload it to your server so that when you do the install with the WP clone plugin, the WP clone plugin can access this zip file, which would mean that when you upload it into your media library or to your server can serve this to the WP clone plugin. Okay. Now, what some people run into is right here where it says 64 megabytes. Okay. This is the standard. This is the standard limit. Okay. 64 megabytes is. Now, none of the sites are larger than 64 megabytes. which means you can upload it to your media library. Now, I know there's some of you that see maybe 5 megabytes here or something like that. That is a limit put on to you by your hosting company. Usually the second-rate hosting companies are the ones that have that limit. If you have that limit, if you do not have 64 megabytes here, then you need to contact your hosting company. Or more importantly, I would suggest getting a better hosting service. I recommend HostGator, okay? Because if you have a 5 megabyte limit, you're going to have problems all the time. So either call your hosting company and tell them to change that, or just get a good hosting service like HostGator, okay? So let's just say that you do have a 5 megabyte limit and you don't want to talk to your hosting company and you don't want to change hosting services. That does not mean that the sites that you purchased are no good to you because you cannot upload them. That's just not true. Remember, this needs to be uploaded to a server. It don't matter what server. It just has to be able for WP Clone to access it. So that means that you can upload it to, say, a free Dropbox account. You can get a free Dropbox account. Dropbox is a server. It is a file sharing service that can host your files for you. Okay, so if you were to upload this to a free Dropbox account, that means that when you go to do the install, the WP Clone plugin would be able to access that file because it is being served by Dropbox. Okay, the same process would apply if you did use Dropbox. You would upload it to Dropbox, you would copy that URL, and then you would paste it into the WP Clone plugin. Okay? Now, you also have another option. You can go and upload the site into your cPanel. Okay? And so let's just do that. Let's just say you have a 5 megabyte limit. You don't want to call your hosting company. You don't want to change hosting service. And let's say you don't want to get something like Dropbox, which you can get for free. If all those are what you're running into, you would go to your cPanel and you would go into your file manager. Here you would select the site that you're working with, or so in this case I would select the subdomain that I made for this. Okay, and I would go into the document root for it and I would just click on go. And here you're going to see all of the WordPress files that I just installed on this subdomain. Next you would go into the WP content folder. Then you would go into uploads. Okay, you'll notice that the directory is empty. Okay, if you upload something right here, it would be almost the same thing as uploading it into your media library. The difference is if you go and click upload, in most cases you're going to have a 500 megabyte limit. Okay, but you will definitely have more than 5 megabytes. So here I would browse and upload the backup of the site. So I'm going to pause the video and browse to that folder. So I'd browse to the folder, which we're working with the Superstore. So I'd go into that file, go into the WP Clone folder, and I would upload this zip file, which is the backup. It starts out with the date. Okay, now you'll see it start uploading down here. Now while that's uploading, you don't have to sit here and wait for that to upload. It don't take long. But you can go back to your site, and now we're going to go to plugins and add new. Now before we upload the WP Clone plugin, we're going to install a plugin called Add to Server or Add from Server. You can just do a search for it, Add from Server, and search plugins. And usually it'll be the first plugin you see, and just click on Install Now and OK. And and then activate the plugin. Now we're going to go ahead, and since we're already here, we're going to go ahead and upload the WP Clone plugin. Except we're going to click on Upload. We're going to browse to the location. So we're going to go back into our folder, or wherever you have the WP Clone plugin stored at. And we're going to upload the plugin. Now we can activate the plugin. Now I'm going to hop back over to where we was uploading the backup of the site, and you can see that it's done. Okay, so you can just click this link to go back, and you'll go back to your WordPress or your cPanel, whatever. But okay, so now what we're going to do is under Post, or actually under Media, you're going to go and click on Add from Server. Okay, here you're going to click on your Uploads folder. And you can see the file is right here. Okay, so you're going to check this box, and then you're going to click on Import, and it's going to import this file into your media library. And it's going to tell you that it has been added to your media library. So now you're going to go and click on Library under Media. Okay, so now you got the file. Now you have to click on it. Click on the link to the zip folder. And your file URL is over in the right hand side. So you're going under file URL, you're just going to click in there, and then you're going to right click and select all, or however you want to do it, and then you're going to copy that to your clipboard. Okay, now you're going to come down to the WP Clone plugin, restore from URL, paste that in. Then you have to check the box that you agree, then click on Restore from URL, and then click OK. And the plugin is going to install the site for you. Okay, so your site is installed, and you're going to just click on this link that says Save Your Permalinks. Now this is where we're talking about the store site with the licensing and the theme. So when we click here, we should run into the problem. Okay, here's the issue. Now here's how we're going to solve that issue. We're going to go back to our cPanel, and we're going to go back up one level, and now we're in the WP Content folder, and we're going to go inside the Themes folder. The theme is SkyZone. So you're going to click it, and then you're going to right click, and then you're going to click on Rename. We're just going to rename this plugin, and I usually just put a 1 in front of it. Okay, so what that's going to do is deactivate the theme. So we're going to click on Rename. Okay, now we're going to go back to our site, and we're going to click on Reload. Okay. Now we got to log back in with the details that I've provided for you. If I remember the details correctly. Okay, so we're still going to go down and click on Save Changes. And this is resaving the permalink structure. So click on Save Changes. Okay, now we're going to go back to our file manager where we just renamed this plugin, and we're going to right click again and then click on Rename again, and we're going to take that 1 back out. Okay, this won't reactivate the plugin, it will just make it where it's there. So we're going to click on Rename. Okay, so it's back to the way it was. Now we're going to go under Appearance and Themes. Okay, so the theme is it's activated now, and now you can go into Theme Options. and now you can go in and take care of all of your settings. Okay, so that's how you take care of the issue with the theme. And I hope some of the other pointers that I've given you on uploading your site help you. And I'm going to make sure and put this video on your membership site. Thank you.